We're here in Connecticut. We went to visit Lauren. We're gonna cook in her kitchen. So we're gonna make a very simple dish. It's a family tradition. My family tradition. My mom used to make this dish. Every time you buy your shopping and you arrive to have a tomato that becomes so mushy that will not be good anymore to put in your salad, but you need to damp it. And instead of damp it, we're gonna make a nice sauce, actually a very sweet and flavored sauce for your spaghetti. If you don't have much time and you're very hungry, that will be a very easy recipe to make and it will make you happy. So we're in the house with the ingredients that we need to make this very simple dish that is the pasta col pomodoro. Simple ingredients, one of those is the tomatoes. We're gonna use the mushy tomato that unfortunately are not good for anything else for you. Most of the time tomatoes that have been staying in the house for a long time, so they're not fresh anymore and you usually throw it away, but we won't make you throw it away your tomato. But in this recipe actually will get better because the tomato really get a different flavor that is perfect to be cooked in a very short time and it's very tasty. The ingredients we're gonna use, they're very natural. This is actually the tomatoes. So from there we're going with a fresh basil, then it tastes very good. And as a third, garlic. Olive oil, in this case here I have a very little friend with me. Exactly, this is olive oil from south of Sicily. And if you guys are ready, let's start it. We're gonna make this pasta. It will take around 15-20 minutes for the entire process. And the dish will be very tasty and you'll be very happy. All right, let's do it. Let's start to chop these tomatoes. We're gonna start chopping the tomato. I'm sorry if in the background you have some noise, some whimpering. That's Joya. That unfortunately she wants to play with me, but it's not really the right time for it. Anyway, we're gonna chop this tomato very tiny. I'm not a very good chef, so don't judge my cutting. It's very homemade. We're gonna make very small cubes in order to make the sauce cooking faster and also to avoid to have a big piece of skin in your sauce. Because like I say in the sauce, we're gonna use the entire part of the tomato. Just, we remove just this. Let's start cooking. So right now what we're gonna do is number one, we need the garlic. So what we do basically is when we make sauces like this is for us is considered a seasoning. It's not considered as an item to eat. So we have a different way to use it. Most of the time we use with the entire skin the way it is now. So what we do, we just break it. And the reason why I'm using this is basically it will help to all the garlic in its one piece. It won't break down all over the sauce. So let's start it now. So we're gonna create a little sofrito. I have to make sure that the fire it's very low because I don't want to risk to fry the oil, but I want to make sure then the oil will cook my garlic and at the same time. If you'll be able to smell right now, you will see then basically the oil will just cook this garlic and it will take the flavor out. So when I'll be ready to add the tomato sauce, he will basically already have the flavor to mix with the sauce. What we haven't talked right now tonight is the quantity. In this case, I'm cooking for 3. I would say that when we have tomatoes, of course, the larger tomato will make a little bit more sauce. When we are talking about regular San Marzano type of tomato, 2 of those tomatoes should be enough for a person. And I'm adding 2 cloves of garlic. So I say like 2 minutes will be enough. And I'm going to put the tomato inside. I increase a little bit the fire. What I like to add, I would say it's salt. For different people like to have black peppers or red pepper. It's up to you. It's very independent. Like I said, this pasta is very quick, and it won't take much time, and it's a very simple dish. I would say it's a very recommended, like in a diet. If you have some high cholesterol diet, or you just want to lose some weight and you're looking for something very simple to eat, and it can be pasta, it's a very healthy type of Mediterranean style diet. So whenever I mix my ingredients, I just need to like cover it, and we'll leave that to cook for a little bit. At this point, we're gonna think about the pasta because we want to make the water boiling. So at this point, I'm never gonna be tired to repeat. Then the pasta has to be al dente. Al dente means it's the right cooking time. Means that when you bite it, you still need the bite, and actually mentally you feel the click, even if it's not a click. Make sure that the pasta is not get gluish or sticky. So when you have the dish on your plate and you want to fork it and pull it out, it's not gonna be a big piece coming out on you. It's gonna be just your single bite, and usually will be twisted on your fork and you can eat it. And that's why you have to cook al dente. While we're waiting the pasta to boil, we're gonna check on the tomato sauce. As you can see, we're already creating a lot of liquids, and so what I will use at this time to, somehow to help, basically I like to smash it down. So you can use the same spoon you're using, or if it's like more difficult because maybe the tomato is too hard because it wasn't done mushy like it's supposed to somehow be better to be. So you can use the fork, just be careful to don't get burned, and you smash it down. It will definitely help the sauce to cook quicker. And we are basically almost getting there. It's already smelling so good. At this point, I'm gonna lower a little bit because I don't want the sauce to dry the liquid too quick before then basically the actual sauce is cooked. In an Italian house, when we have a big family meals, there are two things that involve kids that actually make them quite happy. One is to grate the cheese while mom is cooking. Number two is making the espresso with the mocha. I would say that's good for 3 people. At this point, I will go to what is my next step, will be the basil. So we have an amazing basil here, like you can see. Okay. What I always love to use, I know it's bad, but it's the heart, like the beginning of it. We're gonna chop it a little bit, and it's quite even. So I'm gonna add it in the sauce. As you can see, the garlic is still like in one piece. I want to taste it, make sure that it's good with salt. It's so good. So the water is boiling, so we can add the salt. At this point, we are ready to prepare the pasta. We don't really use a scale to weight, but I would say for a normal person, a quantity of spaghetti or pasta for a portion is like 100 grams. Then we always measure like this. That's the way that somehow we consider like a very thick piece that will be for a regular person. Then it will be around 100 grams. So if you are a man, you like more, you maybe do 150 grams, 125 grams. And if you don't want to be too much, we go for less. Usually it's 80 grams. It's when you kind of in a diet, you want to have a very simple dish. So at this point, like I say, the pot is very big, so it's easy to put the pasta inside. The quantity of this one, it's a 454. So we're trying to reach, I would say, almost the entire package. Will be like 300 and plus grams. When the pasta gets soft in the water, he will basically falling down. This is a very big pot, so it's easier to put the pasta down. In a different occasion, I will show you. You just need to like help the pasta to go in slowly, because when the water get touched the pasta, slowly she will be soft and she will like curling around. So it's very important now that as soon you put the pasta in, you just help them. You have to just twist it around, because you want in each piece of pasta will take the water. It just make it easier to cook equally. This package says that our pasta will be cooked between 10 to 11 minutes. I will set my watch right now, and I would say that I'm always going to taste it before that time. So just before the 10 minutes, we're gonna taste it and see if we need to be cooked a little bit longer or will be good enough. No, still hard. And I will show you when the pasta is not well cooked. When you bite it, if you can get very close, I don't know if you can really see that, but you see the heart of the spaghetti has a little white dot, means the pasta is not cooked yet. So when that dots become smaller than that, like half, will be al dente. You can see right now the pasta is, the tomato is almost ready, and the reason why you can see it is beside the fat is getting a little bit dry. You can see all these dots. It's like beside the bowling bowls, you see all these dots. This is basically the oil. I learned that when the oil goes on the surface, means that the sauce is cooked. And I'm so hungry. We're gonna be ready to eat in a few minutes. Pasta will require another couple minutes, and we'll have the perfect dish for the day. Nothing's come always good. There you go. Pasta is good. Always remember to keep some of the water from the pasta. The reason is because it's the best water, and you can reuse it for like this. You see, it will be kind of enough. And the reason why you do this, it's because when you add it to the sauce, most of the time the sauce might be a little bit drier, and you want to add some liquid, and in this case you will have it. Here we're gonna create a mix. I'm gonna take some pasta out, because you was never sure if you make a big dose or not, and you don't want to make sure to have too much pasta than what is needed. So I don't need this anymore. So I'm gonna just take it away. I just turn on the fire again, and I will have the pasta to mix and stick with the sauce in the best way. Another thing, it's for Italian people, the Rio sauce, it's when you don't have the water on your plate, because you want to make sure then the pasta absorbed all the water and it basically stick in the texture. So my pasta will stay ready, so I turn off my fire, and I'm going to add the cheese. That's of course only for people that really love cheese like me. There you go. È pronta la pasta. Tutti a tavola. I am so hungry. We go in the bottom of the pot, because that's where all the sauce basically sticks. God, I'm making a mess. A touch of Parmesan cheese on top, just because it's good. So fresh basil on top. Che buona. You should try.